All right, it is Brendan Kennedy here with Maverick News, and I am joined by the party leader for the PPO, Jim Torma. Hey, Jim, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
So, a few questions. Your party just got official party status. How many candidates do you have running in the election so far for Ontario?
Well, we were shooting for 25 independent candidates. I think we've got about 14 in now. We did have a lot of problems with Elections Ontario. One of the issues was that they would not allow us to actually become a party till after the writ dropped. And then after that, we then had to submit nomination paperwork in really quickly for all of our candidates, which we did. And most of those nomination papers were accepted. There were some that weren't. So we do have independent candidates that may not have been registered under the PPO because the Elections Ontario actually screwed up and made a mistake and did not acknowledge that they are PPO candidates. So they were told very recently that, oh well, you can become PPO after the election, and that's not acceptable. We did exactly what Elections Ontario wanted us to do. We followed their protocol, and even following their protocol, they fell, and they did not do what they said they would do, which was to actually allow for our independents to be on the ballot as PPO candidates. So that is something we're going to be taking up with Elections Ontario. But at the end of the day, PPO, Populist Party Ontario, is a party that just started. It's here to stay. So this isn't just for this election. We are growing. We took this opportunity because our freedoms are at risk. Our freedoms are being compromised, and there's no time to waste to defend our freedoms and to fight for our freedoms. We have to do it now. So we decided that even though we had all these obstacles that tried to take us down, we went ahead, we forged ahead, and we are now here. We're here to fight. We're here to fight for you. We're here to fight for the citizens of Ontario, and we're here to represent you honestly, with integrity. We promise we won't be buying stocks, and we won't be moonlighting when we become MPPs.
So, there's a lot of questions around what is your platform, and so what are some of the things other than freedom that will be highlighted in your platform? If you could give it some examples.
Sure, absolutely. So one of the things will be school choice. This is something that was in our platform in October. As a matter of fact, when I was trying to unite with a number of other parties, like the New Blue as an example, or the Ontario Party, we were very transparent and put forward our school choice. And that school choice has been on the books for our party since October. But again, because we were restricted by Elections Ontario, we really could not be publicizing or putting anything forward as a so-called party until we got our registered status, which you'll see this week. Our party platform will be on board, but one of them again is school choice. So you'll be able to homeschool, you'll be able to pod learn, you'll be able to use charter schools as an example. We will be promoting this in a big way for those parents that are concerned about what their kids are being taught and whether they're actually being taught or indoctrinated. This is an opportunity for you to choose a party that is there to respect the parent. It's the parent that's bringing up the child, not the state. We don't live in communist Canada yet, okay? And we're going to try damn hard to make sure that we don't land there. The other thing is small business. Small business was decimated. Small business was destroyed by the Ford government's ineptitude, inadequate response, and decisions that they made that hurt small business. But the Amazons of the world, the Costco's of the world, the Walmarts of the world, the Home Depots of the world, who all buy offshore product and sell it to us, all prospered. And not just prospered, 200%, 300% profit. Then we ask ourselves the question, gee, what deco label company was making a fortune through this whole process? Who went from a 3 million net worth to a 35 million net worth in this period of time? I always ask the questions, who profited? Follow the money. You'll see who benefited from the pandemic. And what it should have been done, money should have been allocated to help small business, to allow for small business to function. Instead, small business was crushed. Restaurants were crushed. And now they're experimenting with UBI. Then they got CERB. We're creating a whole society of people that are looking for government handouts. Unsustainable. People ask me about sustainability. The left keeps talking about sustainability. The left does not know anything about sustainability. You can't sustain people's living and lives and lifestyles if we don't have jobs, if we can't put food on the table through jobs. There's only so much taxes you can get from the people that exist. Eventually there won't be anybody working. Nobody's going to be paying taxes. Then where's the CERB going to be coming from? Then where's the UBI going to be coming from? Nobody can answer that question, but everybody's ready to spend, and print money with absolutely no regard for the young children, those kids that we saw out here today, who've got to be the ones that are going to be paying for this so-called future of theirs, this destruction that's taking place. No, we're going to bring back a serious level of honesty, integrity, and care for the people. We must start loving and respecting the people, and not the other way around. You know, I remember when I met with these other parties, and they were all talking about, it's all about personality, Jim. No, it's not about personality. It's supposed to be about the people. We're supposed to be public servants. We're supposed to be the ones to tell people, okay, that we're there to serve them. That's what we should be doing. We should be serving the public and doing right by the public, not having the public come to us and bow down to us. That is a backwards way of politics. When I look at politics now, it's all about celebrity status. Who is most popular? It shouldn't be about popularity. It should be about what are you doing for the people. That's what's critical. We need to be working for the people, and the only way to do that is to get rid of these politicians, and by the way to do that is not to have politicians in our party. We pledged that we would not have any politician in our party. Every single politician that sat in the legislature were part of this tyranny. I repeat, every single politician was a part of this tyranny, bar none. The only politician that didn't mask up and didn't acquiesce to this tyranny is now under a gag order, where he's been charged with 9 counts of baloney that's going to go nowhere. But they want to keep him silent through this election cycle, and that's Randy Hillier. He's the only one that stood up to the tyranny and fought against it. He's the only one that didn't look at party. He looked at what the people needed, and he respected the people and gave the people the respect by standing up to fight against the tyranny, to fight for their freedoms. No other politician, bar none, did that. They all masked up.
So this will be a last question. I know it's your event, so I won't keep you too long. But so Randy Hillier said in his farewell address that he does not any longer believe in a political solution. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't blame him. I don't blame Randy. You know, I really don't blame him, because when you look at all of the different parties out there, you look at the Conservatives, the Liberals, the NDP, the Green, the rest of them, they're all in lockstep as one big uniparty. The UN controls them. The UN runs them. These are World Economic Forum stooges. Every single one of them, including our federal runners as well. Just take a look at them. They were nowhere. When people's freedoms were being taken away, they were nowhere. They said nothing. Then all of a sudden, when they realized that more than 10% of the population was upset, and they looked at how powerful that voice was, all of a sudden, you got Pierre Poilievre as all of a sudden a new freedom fighter. Or you got Doug Ford all of a sudden saying he's going to give you your freedom back. Meanwhile, they created an act that says Reopening Act. Meanwhile, it was word salad. It's actually about locking people down. It's got nothing to do with reopening anything. If they wanted to reopen, they could just say, we're opened up for business. We're going to drop all these emergency orders and we're going to get rid of it. But no, they didn't. So at the end of the day, I agree with Randy. There is no political solution. We're trying hard to be that party that Randy would be proud to stand behind. Where Randy would say, you know what? This is a party that I think may be a solution. This may be that political solution. That's what I believe. And you can ask Randy that once his gag order's been taken away.
Well, I want to thank you very much for your time, Jim, and I wish you all the best on the campaign trail, and just thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Peace to everybody. Stay strong and free, Canadians. Stay strong and free, Ontarians. We love you. We're there to support you. We're not politicians, but we're going to be your voice. Vote for us.